handle this.
The truth is, I have no idea why Bennett the Astoria's captain opened fire. It's a mystery to me.
Is that your idea of a joke?
Lieutenant Kenny, Captain Raymond's point about treaty violations stands. I should inform you. I will be making a record of this planet, and everything stated between us here. If you are unable or unwilling to speak candidly, this discussion will likely become unpleasant.
I am well aware of that. Am I correct in assuming you're an android?
Yes, I am an Arnold Robotics model E014297.
Her name's Elena.
I have heard that the androids made by Arnold Robotics on Verguld are among the finest in the galaxy. Elena, I swear to you that all I speak here is absolutely true, including the fact that I came here to help.
What is this bull?
Ray. Lieutenant Kenny, I logged an unnatural delay between the second and third barrage just before the Aegis was downed by the Astoria. Can you please explain what caused this?
The truth is... Captain, we can be in contact range of the Verguld registered merchant vessel Aegis in 3 minutes.
Good work. Activate cloaking device. 60 seconds after activation, warp out and prepare to attack.
Captain, please wait. May I remind you, cloaking is for emergency situations only. It is also prohibited during warp for the safety of other vessels.
And I'm saying this is an emergency situation. Or perhaps you elite officers can't follow orders without explaining each little law they're based upon.
No, it's just that we have no reason to fire upon a ship from planet Verguld, especially without warning. Even if they were hostile, attacking without warning is a violation of Article 32.
Cloak has been activated, Captain. Now exiting warp.
Wait!
Lieutenant Kenny, I didn't hear you repeat the Captain's orders.
Upon exiting warp, prepare to attack.
Now entering conventional space. 1 million kilometers to the Aegis. Currently at 1/4 impulse.
Excellent. Decloak at 500,000 kilometers. Arm the phase cannons. Fire the first barrage at 350,000 kilometers.
Phase cannons? Do you intend to destroy them?
Lieutenant Kenny, I didn't hear you repeat the order.
Repeating the orders isn't merely for confirmation. It is also to allow for correction in the event of an order given in error.
We have an issue. It appears the good lieutenant doesn't know what activities the Vergoldians have been up to.
Are you referring to their recent actions as an anti-Federation influence? Even then, attacking them unprovoked and without notice will only work to their benefit.
Now within 350,000 kilometers of enemy vessel.
Replace Lieutenant Kenny on tactical authority. Now. Fire the first barrage.
Firing first barrage.
No!
Enemy shields efficiency holding at 60%.
Arm proton torpedoes and launch in succession once we have a lock on them. Just make sure not to hit their engines. We're after the cargo they have stored there. I want it in one piece.
We have a lock. Firing proton torpedoes.
Enemy vessel's shields holding at 20%. Captain, their warp drive remains intact. They could still attempt escape maneuvers.
Hurry with the next phase cannon barrage. I'd rather have them destroyed than let them get away.
Captain, what you are doing is criminal. Upon my authority as first officer, I hereby relieve you of command.
Very well. I do believe it's written in your beloved Federation laws that the consent of 3 senior officers is needed to relieve a captain of their command. Are there any among you that agree with Lieutenant Kenny?
Wait, what?
Lieutenant, you are hereby removed from duty for the crimes of disobeying an order and treason. Now off to the brig, Marielle.
Wake up, everyone! This is crazy! What's happened to you all?
I see. That would certainly explain the delay before their 3rd barrage. In which case, Raymond, I do believe we owe Lieutenant Kenny some thanks.
Sure, if her story's true. So what cargo was this Bennett guy after anyway?
Duma, most likely.
That thing?
The 3 Virians appeared most interested in Duma as well. They too are part of your Federation, correct?
What are you?
But what I still don't get is why you're here now, Marielle. Weren't you sent to the brig?
I was released as soon as we returned to base. My guess is the captain thought me a nuisance, but little more than that. So I borrowed a ship from the space station and escaped once I had the chance.
What?
I was hoping to recover the black box of the Aegis. With it, I should be able to acquire proof of Captain Bennett's misconduct.
I find it unlikely that a Federation base would overlook the departure of a borrowed vessel not within their flight plans.
That's way worse than just disobeying orders. Why would you go so far?
When I was little, my grandmother taught me the ins and outs of the Federation's core systems. I can infiltrate them pretty much as I please. I'm certain my use of the ship will go unnoticed for some time. And my grandfather had this to say to me. Trust in what you think is right. I know you've got what it takes to stick to your principles through thick and thin. Now, go and apologize to the Aegis's captain.
Emerson T. Kenny. Quite the hero, sending his granddaughter here with a stolen ship.
That's not all. Some members of the crew who doubted the motives of Bennett and the Astoria also came along with me. The high-speed merchant vessel Akizuki is now currently monitoring my status from planetary orbit.
You mean to say that your comrades are observing all this from some unseen location?
Yes. I know it might be discomforting, but it was a necessary precaution to ensure my safety.
Thank you for healing my father. On behalf of my kingdom, I offer you my sincerest gratitude. Oh, did I misunderstand in some way?
Well, no, not exactly. I just wasn't expecting.
Is it odd that I wish to express my thanks to those who saved the life of a loved one? Chloe, do you believe Marielle here is lying?
No, Princess Laeticia. I believe she is telling the truth.
Ray, you are within your rights to be angry about your vessel. Be that as it may, I find Lieutenant Kenny to be honest in her attempts to enact justice.
All of the crew, including myself, share the blame for not stopping the Astoria's attack upon your ship. You have my word that we will make the proper restitutions, punish those responsible, and bring the truth to light. Captain Raymond.
Fine. If you do end up in a Federation courtroom for this, I suppose I can appear on your behalf as a witness.
Thank you.
Now, we know that Bennett is after Duma, and also that you, apparently, don't know why. Next question is, who the hell are these Virians?
Well, I can't say for certain. However, those two I met were also being hunted by Captain Bennett, much like the Aegis. They are military deserters from Vir, another Federation member planet.
Deserters? So that's why there are no other Virians in the Empire.
This is all according to Bennett, though, so I can't be sure how much of it is true. The only thing I know for certain is that they're acting unlawfully here on this planet.
Violating the UP3, huh?
Yes, correct. I realize this is rude of me to ask, but will you help me apprehend them?
Why don't you just transfer them?
That's impossible without transport trackers or communicators, as you know.
It would seem, then, that the interests of all present are in alignment.
Yeah. We gotta charge into the Empire, take the Virians alive, and put an end to this war. Those three are the key to everything happening on this planet and up in space.
I cannot permit the use of Akizuki's equipment, but I can assist, personally.
What's the matter?
Oh, it's just that while I understand what Marielle is saying, there's still something that kind of bothers me. I got the impression that the Virians had truly sworn their loyalty to the Empire.
Huh?
It's not like we have to change our plan or anything. Just something to keep in mind, I guess?
Your hunches often prove correct. We will be careful.
Right.
Now then, I think it best if we consult with Maester Midas and the others about how to proceed. Let us return to my father's chambers.
Let us proceed to His Majesty's quarters.
Indeed. Maester Midas and everyone are like to be present already.
tagging in.
So, it falls to me.
Anyone need help?
Leave it to me!
Sorry, but my answer is no.
Is that so?
What's up?
Would you mind waiting a moment longer?
It was Laeticia who ran about trying to complete the Folga, while Melthia completed preparations. Raymond and the others helped along the way, and Malkia provided the stones. I simply showed up at the right time, hardly a praiseworthy accomplishment.
And yet it would not have reached completion without you. I must also make amends for not protecting you after you saved Albert.
It does not befit a king to dwell on the past. Admit that what happened was beyond your control. Your softness is what enables Lambert to take advantage of you.
Midas.
And the war is not yet over. Regardless of the truth, the path this nation has followed for the past 14 years was set by the choice you made long ago. Grant me a seat now for my meritorious deeds pertaining to the Folga, and you know full well that conflict will follow.
Midas.
You recognize the Folga is not a weapon of war. That alone is honor enough. However, if you must absolutely insist on seeing me rewarded, grant me a Folga of my own once everything is settled. That is all I ask.
No, 2 Folga.
Why?
If we live long enough, there may come a time where we wish to fly our separate ways, don't you think?
No, 1 is enough.
Very well, it shall be done.
What's so amusing?
Oh, it is merely that I never thought I would live to see you make such a face.
I agree.
Blast you both.
Huh, don't think you have to worry anymore.
Father, Maester Midas, I must speak with you about what's to come. May I...
Are you really gonna tag along? I can't imagine you've ever been in a real scuffle.
Please don't underestimate me. My grandfather taught me how to shoot, and my grandmother instructed me in close-quarters combat. A war on an underdeveloped planet doesn't frighten me. And another thing. Address me with a little more respect.
Oh, got it, Marielle. But isn't assisting in a war about as big a violation of the UP3 as it gets?
I am keeping my involvement to the bare minimum. I came with as little equipment as possible to reduce the impact the Federation's actions have upon this planet's historical trajectory. Not to mention that I came here alone.
Just relax, okay? A whole lot happened, but we're gonna be fighting on the same side now. So let's try and keep things friendly, okay?
I was just asking if she's ready. I don't think a Kenny would get cold feet over a little UP3 infraction. And how can I question your moxie after you went and stole a ship?
If you doubt my resolve, then I'll convince you with my actions. I am in no position to argue anyway.
Ray, don't you think that was a little childish?
As long as she's flashing around her Fed credentials, she deserves all she gets.
Regardless, the war on this planet is nearing its end. We need to make sure we leave with no regrets.
Not much time left till things are set to really pop off. Wonder what everyone else is up to.
Ray,
What's up?
it would seem that we are nearing the end.
Yeah.
Ray, if I may, what is your home planet like?
I guess it's a normal planet.
I know not what you consider normal.
It's just normal. What can I say? Hey, Laeticia. Tell me, what's the kingdom of Osirius like?
It is beautiful, vast, and normal.
Yep. For most people, normal is wonderful.
Oh, why must you tease me so, Ray?
I'm sorry for teasing you. To be perfectly honest, my mind is just focused on preparing for what needs to be done tomorrow.
I pray tomorrow brings us victory.
You said it. Guess I'd better get some shut-eye. It's a noble duty.
Slacker will have that lax attitude whipped right back into shape.
Have you completed your preparations, everyone?
Yep.
The Royal Army and Fulga unit have already reached the plains south of Baldaar. We must make haste. Everyone, do remain alert. We now move to make our way through Baldaar.
Better all the time.
Neutralized. Insufficient output. Destroyed. Threat warning destroyed.
See that?
Threat neutralized. Insufficient output. Destroyed. Insufficient output. Another day.
Everyone all right? Reluctance!
I hear ya.
Neutralized.
Want this done.
Neutralized.
Be gone!
Finally, we can get through this place without all the sneaking around.
The other day,
None of the people here ever wanted to be caught up in this war. We gotta put all this to an end for their sake, too. No time left to waste now. Better head for the Vale Empire once we're set to go. Hey, what's up? Not catching enough Z's?
Indeed. I have been having such a dreadful time sleeping lately. And there's no particular reason for it either. Which prevents me from being at my best. What do you do in times like these, Raymond?
Me?
Does your world not have any special method to getting a good night's sleep?
Well, it might not be the best advice, but... They say counting animals works real well, like 1 sheep, 2 sheep, 3 sheep, and so on.
Is that it? I cannot see how that would make me fall asleep.
Hey, don't knock it till you tried it. You can pick whatever animal you like, too. You just gotta keep counting and counting.
I suppose there's no harm in trying. Very well, I will attempt your method tonight.
Oh, and they also say repeating monotonous phrases helps you fall asleep, so...
But keeping count requires concentration. Such a task could keep me up until morning.
There is one thing that has been on my mind.
Sure. What's up?
Do those who work in the galactic transportation industry ever go to fight on the battlefield?
Of course not. Our job is just to deliver the cargo to its destination. Hand-to-hand combat is way above our pay grade.
I see. However, curiously enough, you seem to be familiar in combat from the start. And I also sense a rather peculiar air of courage about you.
Ah, right. I'm pretty sure I've got my good old dad to thank for that one.
Do tell.
In the transport business, your body is your capital. My dad would constantly remind me. He said, keep your body in shape so you don't turn into a liability. He also forced me to train in all kinds of military arts. So yeah, he's the culprit.
Fascinating. So those experiences were indeed useful. To think that the concept of military arts exists even beyond the stars.
Sure does. Seems like no matter how civilized we become, we just can't stop training ourselves. I hated doing it back then. There were plenty of times I wanted to quit, but now, I'm really grateful.
And guess what Antonio said to me then? You'll never guess.
Well, I do not know. I would have no idea. What did he say?
Okay, so he grabs hold of my shoulder, yeah? And he says, whoa, whoa, now, careful there. And he basically saves me from falling over. He's so dreamy. Oh, then he even helped me carry all our cargo. He's like my knight in shining armor. Oh, and you know what he tells me next?
Hey, come on now. What are you getting so hyped up for?
I am listening to Chloe speak of Antonio tales.
Yeesh, come on, Chloe, again? You never get tired of doing that?
How could I? There's just so much to say about how amazing he is. He's such a gentleman.
Is that so? Hey, you know you don't have to listen to Chloe's stories all the time, right? This has got to be troublesome for you too, no?
If you truly believe so, then please trade places with me sometime.
Nah, I'm good. I can't imagine hearing someone sing meaningless praise about my brother all day.
And like you, no one wants to hear her out. So, she always brings such talk to me.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Ray, do not assume this has no implications for you. She holds sentiment approaching infatuation for your brother. Should the two enter a relationship, and should it lead to matrimony, that would leave Chloe as your sister-in-law, your family.
Chloe, my sister?
Is something wrong?
No, nothing.
Should the two of you become family, you may well be subjected to these tales of your brother on a daily basis. Perhaps it may be wise for you to take this time and grow accustomed to her stories.
Daily basis. Daily, huh?
Lad, what do you think is my most attractive quality?
The hell's gotten into you?
Nothing. Just curious is all. Cease your commentary and answer the damn question.
Okay, watch it, big fella. Alrighty, let's see here. If I had to pick one... Obviously, it's gotta be your noggin. Am I right?
That certainly is what I'm most confident in.
I guess that self-esteem of yours comes included. But I couldn't have repaired Elena if it weren't for those brains of yours. So, you should know how grateful I am.
And yet my technology pales in comparison.
Man, you never do take a compliment. Still, I am grateful, so get that through your head.
Ray, is it your wish to take over for your father someday?
Not sure yet. He didn't exactly tell me to do so, but I guess I would keep the delivery business going.
Is that so?
You worried about the future?
Quite, in fact.
Makes sense. You're royalty. I don't think you should compare your future with mine, though. Ultimately, you gotta do what you think is best. No matter how it all turns out, the most important thing is that you carve your own path through life.
Is that what matters? Yet I...
am bound to a path with no choice?
Should I believe otherwise?
What you believe is up to you. But if you one day decide to follow a path that seems unimaginable right now, I am sure the people around you will support you no matter what. Like Albert, he'll moan and complain, but you know he'll always be there for you.
Ray. Thank you. You have set my mind at ease.
No pressure.
Ray, after inquiring about the area, I believe that man there is father to the boy Kettle who entrusted us with his letter in Rifle.
Nice. Okay, that's great. We better get Kettle's letter to him right away then. Excuse me?
What is it? I'm on duty here and do not wish to fraternize.
Sir, please wait. We need just but a moment of your time.
Did you not hear me? I am on duty and... Princess Laeticia. My sincerest apologies, Your Highness. How can I be of service?
Ah, flexing your royal muscles, eh?
Now is time for letters, not lampoons.
I've got a special letter for you here from a certain someone. Here.
For me? Yeah, I'd recognize my boy's sloppy script anywhere. But how?
Well, your son Kettle requested I get it to you, and here I am.
You traveled all the way from Rifle to deliver me this, Your Highness?
It was he, not I.
I'm not sure how to even begin to thank you. Oh, how I miss you, boy. I would give near anything to be home with you again.
I am relieved we saw that letter delivered safe.
Yeah, definitely. Feels good delivering on this for Kettle.
Ray, this is the work you make your living from, yes? Delivering goods and connecting those far away?
Yeah, more or less. They're not all satisfying like that one was, but I find the job rewarding anyway.
I think what you do is quite wonderful.
Thanks. Never sure how to react when someone says that. Well, anyways, that's another satisfied customer.
Indeed.
Up?
Good day, Ray. Oh, and hello there, Duma, darling.
I just can't get used to you calling Duma cutesy names like that. No matter how you look at it, the names just don't fit their look.
Why not? I find them charmingly adorable.
Adorable? Really?
Why not try an endearment of your own sometime? May well be quite an eye-opening experience.
I don't feel like there's any point in changing how I refer to them, but... hey there. Hey. Duma, sweetie?
The other day, some children playing in the fountain splashed water all over.
Yeah, I'm sensing some kind of silent hostility here.
Nonsense. I am certain little Duma here is simply rejoicing.
Wait, for real? No, I'm pretty sure they're not happy.
They are overjoyed. See, Duma, dearest?
Let's just move on, okay?
The launch of the Fulga would have such an effect on the situation.
They were absolutely overwhelming. Attacking from such a high position out of reach from the enemy. A simple tactic, yet so formidable.
A victory of your long dedication.
No, this is a victory of everyone's dedication. Well, in truth, I did not want to engage it in that kind of maiden battle.
Yeah, but even so, the Fulga's capabilities were put on full display. And this war is finally over. it'll be a cinch to find other uses for it besides fighting.
Do you not see the Fulga only triggering further conflict?
Maybe. So before that happens, you need to set everyone straight. You tell them that the Fulga is a dream machine that symbolizes peace. That it'd be a real shame just to use it for war. To see that realized, though, I do think its inventor needs to be a bit more proactive.
You're an ass.
Hey, your face is smiling, though.
Stop. Enough of your nonsense.
Anyone home? What are you doing in a place like this?
I was observing the residents of this city. You will not find a more interesting assortment than right here in the tavern.
People watching is fine, I suppose. But just sort of standing around in a tavern bothers the customers. Look, see how annoyed the staff is? If you're gonna hang around in here, it'd be better to order a couple of drinks, you know?
Yes, of course. I had not considered that aspect. I will purchase a drink and continue my observations.
Alrighty then, see you later.
Ray, are you leaving already? Will you not join me for a drink now that you are here?
Oh, for real?
I will continue in solitude if you are busy, of course.
I guess I would be rude to turn you down then, wouldn't I? Alright, I'll join you. So, in the end, how did your people watching go?
Very well. I was able to carefully observe you for some time.
Wait. Me?
Lately, it has been rare that we find time to ourselves. Alone. I am glad to finally have the chance to examine you on your own once again.
Oh, well, I guess it doesn't hurt to do this every once in a while.
You by any chance? It can be quite dangerous.
Thanks.
More training?
Hey, what's going on? Is it your arm? Is it acting up?
Merely a post-operative examination. All is in order.
I see. So even though Midas made your arm, Malkia is also able to treat it since she implanted her, whatchamacallit?
Osseous core.
Yeah, that's it. That means you didn't have to replace his whole arm out, right?
As you can see, my arm is still here. Flesh and blood. I have only given him a small portion of my regenerable body.
Man, it's so cool that you can do that, even though you're two completely different species. So? You doing all right, Albert?
Yes, I have no complaints, for I will be able to return to Her Highness's side as Kingsguard.
However, you mustn't be reckless, all right? You may not be fully acclimated with it yet.
I comprehend well, Lady Markia. I shall temper myself, so as to avoid burdening your hand any longer.
Oh, a burden on my hand, you say? You certainly have an interesting way of wording things, boy.
Well, I guess you're doing just fine if you're able to make jokes like that.
Wait, you misunderstand. That was not my intention.
Killing my shoulders and back. Leader of the traffic.
Hey, Malkia. I've heard before there are lots of races in Nilbeth. Do only the Trathen live here?
At present, yes. Many converge here in Nilbeth as an allied state, but each race typically lives in its own cluster. However, that does not mean we forbid other races to reside here. In fact, Midas and the other wise men sojourned in this very settlement for an extended period.
Really? They did?
Although there are differences between the races, the Trathen are very proactive in interspecies exchange. We Trathen have long been congenial with the semiomancers of Osarius, partly due to the ancient coil. The fact that I studied abroad in Osarius is also a product of that exchange.
Did you have any interaction with the Empire?
Minimal when compared with Osarius. Because of our race, geography, and history, we tend to ally ourselves with semiomantically developed nations. Though, perhaps that is precisely why we end up attracting attention.
Wow. But just saying, worst case scenario, can't you guys count on support from Nilbeth's capital?
That would be quite difficult given the circumstances. There are many other races living in Nilbeth's capital besides the Trathen, and the capital's legislative council decides its actions. If the Trathen are the only ones affected by a malady, then the Trathen themselves must attempt to quell the situation first. Only when the situation becomes unmanageable will the capital intervene. These are the unique positives and negatives of Nilbeth's National Assembly.
Huh. So the system changes with the locality.
Conversely, if something like this were to happen to the other races, we would behave in the same manner. Though, perhaps now is the time for us to change those customs.
Marielle, I have a favor to ask of you.
Sure, if it's within my abilities.
In the worlds amongst the stars, there's gotta be tons of advanced medical knowledge, right? I want you to teach me some.
Oh, I'm very sorry. We have a rule called the Underdeveloped Planet Preservation Pact, which strictly forbids me from teaching you about any technology from space. Sorry, Nina.
But even if I beg and plead?
Correct. No matter what. Not to mention, I'm not even a medical expert. I would be of no use to you.
Okay, I understand. Even if I forced it out of you, I'm sure you just end up in a lot of trouble, right?
By force? Just how are you planning on getting me to tell you?
You know, Nina, if we're not talking medical tech, I might be able to share a secret or two with you. So how about that?
Really? You're just blurting that out right in front of me? Could you not?
Well, I'm not bound by any Federation laws. So what do you say, Nina?
No, don't worry about it. It's fine. Thanks, though, both of you.
Elena, huge problem!
What is the matter, Ray? You seem frantic.
None of the stores in the villages here have any coffee. I haven't had a cup in days. Days! You haven't come across any, have you?
Indeed. Based on my observations, it would appear there is a lack of coffee or any other equivalent beverage here on Aster 4.
Wait, what? Have you been looking into it for me?
Yes. I had assumed at some point you might inquire about it. Seems you will have to do without until we return to space.
You've got to be kidding me. Oh, crap. So you're saying I've just got to put up with this?
It may be a struggle in the moment, but know this. I will fix you up the most perfect cup once we are back in space.
That's great and all, but can I even last that long? I'll die.
Don't. Use this as motivation to resolve our situation.
Oh, not fair. That is not fair. You can't just dangle that carrot in front of my face. Come on. Getting hit by an EMP was unlucky, huh?
No. It was a failure on my part not anticipating the use of such weapons.
Well, I'm glad things turned out all right. Tell me though, what did it feel like when that thing hit you and knocked you offline?
I imagine it much like an organic being losing consciousness after being exposed to an intense electric shock.
Oh, yeah. Damn. I see.
I could help you experience as much yourself, if you would like.
Hey, wait.
Do not be shy. Here.
Stop! Don't! I'm sorry, okay? I shouldn't have asked.
No need to shake so. This is a joke. What is not, however, is the threat EMP generators impose on my kind. The very mention of them stirs up what you might consider as traumatic memories. I would advise against raising the topic so casually from now on.
Okay. I'm sorry. Message received. Yeah, I was in the wrong.
I am pleased that you now understand.
After all these years, I still have no idea what ends up setting her off. Whoa, whoa, pump the brakes. Ain't it a little early to come to a place like this?
We do not come here to partake in depravity. I simply seek answers to some thoughts.
To thoughts?
Yes, something I have long since wondered. Is it the flavor that draws all to ale as they do?
I mean, everyone's got their own idea of what tastes good, right?
My father answered me in quite the same way. But does that not imply that some drink without any enjoyment of the taste? I do not understand. Why suffer such?
Yeah. You definitely got a good point there. I'd say it's 'cause... I guess some people drink to forget what makes them feel bad.
Ale is not infused with any such memory-erasing magics.
Nah, you got it all wrong. It's that you don't think about anything that gets you down while you're drinking. I mean, imagine if ale really could make you forget. No one would have any worries. But anyway, people get drunk to forget, even if it's brief.
Indeed. The ale barrel runs deeper than I had imagined.
Midas, do you not think you are a bit too harsh with Princess Laeticia?
Where's this coming from?
You know that she is not the one to blame for what happened all those years ago.
Yes, of course, I know it.
Do you?
Although she bears no blame, she's still burdened by royal responsibilities. And Laeticia will face many more hardships associated with her standing.
Yes, that is true.
So if she cannot handle someone like me, she will not possess the acumen to overcome what's ahead. Therefore, I'm making her gain some experience while I can.
That aspect of yours is quite the asset. And also the shortcoming.
Leave me be. And don't you get any funny ideas about what we said.
We're cool, buddy.
From some shopping?
You don't...
You don't need to worry about it.
Finally, we can get through this place without all this sneaking around. ever wanted to be caught up in this war. We gotta put all this to an end for their sake, too. No time left to waste now. Better head for the Vale Empire once we're set to go.
We should find Bertrand and his men posted outside the gateway to Baldaar. Best head there first.
Energy levels low. Insufficient output.
The real battle begins once we have made our way to the Imperial capital, Theo. See to it you are not exhausted before we arrive.
Let me not be reminded. I could make no graver sin in this moment than to stumble upon the battle.
Looks like you know how to take care of yourself well enough.
Of course I do. I didn't come along just to try and hold you back. I'm ready to pull my own weight.
Try not to feel like you need to pull any more than that, though.
Right. I know.
Is the battle already underway?
It is. The Fulga battalion has begun its assault.
Will you pull back? No! I'm not leaving until this whole thing is over with. Not after they tried to execute Laeticia. After all the trouble they brought to our city. And definitely not after they unleashed Helgar's disease like this. There's too much at stake to turn away now.
Area secure.
Target sighted. Target sighted. Target sighted.
Not fast enough. Sweet! Show them what the Federation's made of.
We can do this, guys.
Initiate emergency Warning. Energy levels low. Threat neutralized. Insufficient output. Destroyed. Warning. Neutralized. Insufficient output. Destroyed.
gateway stands to the east of here.
We can nearly see it now.
We have been awaiting you, Your Highness.
Status report.
No major resistance from the Imperial capital. Our forces are in place. We stormed the city on your order, Your Highness.
As planned, we will call off the Vanguard in order to minimize casualties among non-combatants. Above all else, we must secure Emperor Baldaar, Prince Gerard, and the three with horns and pale skin.
Aye.
Brave soldiers of Osirius, with me! We make our way now for Castle Vale.
Expect the Imperial forces to work peacefully.
Press forward to the castle!
Protect the Emperor! Death to the wicked princess who betrayed Prince Gerard!
Threat neutralized.
Here you go!
Insufficient There's that second wind.
Doing all right there, princess?
I am grateful.
Sweet!
Threat neutralized. Perimeter secure.
What of the people in the capital?
Our mission now is to bring as swift an end to this conflict as might be possible. We must not allow it to go this way.
Onward for Castle Vale!
Destroy. Energy levels low. Destroy. Insufficient output. Usefulness low. Warning. Energy levels low. Insufficient output. Warning. Energy levels low.
Not so tough now!
Insufficient output. Warning. Energy levels low. Insufficient output. Threat neutralized. Warning. Insufficient output. Warning. Energy levels low. Over already?
Stand back. We got this.
Energy levels low.
Better all the time.
Insufficient output. Energy levels low. Insufficient output. Neutralized. Destroyed. Energy levels low. Insufficient energy levels low. Threat neutralized.
Like a hot knife through butter. Don't let me down.
We can still take them. Just across this bridge.
Don't tell him when those variants might show up. Keep your eyes peeled.
Insufficient output. Insufficient output. Destroy.
We have been awaiting you.
Aeon!
I welcome you all.
Emperor Baldaar of the Vale Empire, your days as ruler are at an end. Your son will not be wed to our princess.
That no longer matters. Even should the Empire fall this day, Princess Laeticia will nevertheless become my daughter.
What is he on about?
And not only her. All of you before me now will soon become my beloved children.
That does not sound like the last deluded words of a man backed into a corner.
I agree. That is the response of someone with firm conviction in their words.
Prince Gerard, the people have spoken. An accord between Osarius and Vale. Let there be peace between us.
Princess Laeticia,
Peace? Still, you espouse such naivete. The kingdom and empire are incompatible. This will never change until one or the other is no more!
Neon, what is it that has pushed you this far?
Osarius ignored the plight of the Empire when the rot ravaged us 15 years ago. Even with just a few of your iatromancers, my parents, my loving brothers and sisters would still be with me this day.
But Osarius is not solely to blame!
Silence! He forsook not only my family, but even our Empress Tatiana will find no clemency with me.
As a lord, I must respect the fervor of one who displays such sorrow for my beloved. I ask you grant him opportunity for justice.
Neon, why did it come to this?
Neon, stop this!
Stand a chance.
Energy levels low. Insufficient output. Warhead neutralized. Insufficient output. Estuary hit. Warning. Energy levels low. Warning. Energy levels low. Insufficient output. Warning. Energy levels low. Usefulness low. Insufficient output. Threat neutralized. Warning. Energy levels low. Insufficient output. Consumed with hatred and pride. Malice.
take him out? Something doesn't feel right about this. Here you go.
Warning. Energy levels low. Warning. Energy levels low. Insufficient output. Warning. Energy levels low. Insufficient output. Threat warning. Energy levels low.
What's this?
Usefulness low. Secure.
I am content. No. not gaze on me with pity, for I am content to have left my wounds upon the face of Osiris. Never let another meet my fate.
I offer my heartfelt sympathy to this man who had yet to become my child.
I am sure Neon would be most pleased.
What are you saying?
Now, come face me, Princess Laeticia. I shall be waiting on the throne. I eagerly await our next encounter.
Emperor Baldaar! Prince Gerard! There is no reason we must fight further!
Princess Laeticia.
Well, that was our invitation. Let's go have a little chat with him, eh?
Yes. Yes, I agree.
Here you go! Show 'em what the Federation's made of.
We can do this, guys.
Threat detected. We all work together! Let us make haste to the throne room. Emperor Baldaar is likely there.
Let's go.
Insufficient output. Energy levels low. Insufficient output. Insufficient output. You'll see us deterred. The enemy is before us. The throne room is just further ahead. Warning. Neutralized.
Destroy. Insufficient output. Energy level neutralized. Insufficient output.
I would not recommend following.
Emperor Baldaar.
Now then, Valange, Gaston, Lola. Our situation deteriorates by the moment. I assume you three must have some means of remedying this?
Please allow us to handle this, Your Majesty.
Princess Laeticia is ultimately the heart of Osirius. Take control of her, and all this can change. Besides, our ride will be coming soon. Lola, why the hesitation? We do not have the luxury of choice here.
How did it come to this? God, you mean we gotta fight them too?
Lola!
Your Highness!
If you harbor any doubts, there is always the option to talk this through. Fighting is not the only solution.
Says the one that came charging in with a flying weapon. Lola!
Lola!
I know.
Must we fight?
We must. We're also going to need that special Duma if we are to enact the Emperor's vision.
Special Duma? Is there something different about this one?
There are two areas in where I differ from other survey model Duma. First, I am designed to function autonomously, and I am thus severed from the network with other Duma. I have the capacity to act according to my own judgments.
This mention of other Duma interests me, but what is the other difference?
I am also a combat model. All of the abilities I have provided to you in battle thus far are not found in other Duma.
These abilities have value as research. Normally, Duma share their data amongst each other via the network, and their choices are dependent upon decisions made within that network. We are the ones who should be utilizing the powers of that Duma.
I have no intention of aiding you. If you understand Duma, then you already know this.
Which means we have to take what we want. Now, enough talk. Prepare yourselves.
They want to fight? Well, they've got it.
This is horrible! With others' lives!
With all of the violence, we want to protect our lives.
It was you who brought about this situation.
Ridiculous!
Please! Shut up! Shut up!
Don't rush the ship! There is a path through this that does not involve violence! You're a fool! And he's...
So, this is where it ends.
Colonel Valanche. Please, surrender. Any further violence will serve no purpose.
Magnificent. A fine display of the strong wills that drive you. I do believe I should like to test, through the Song of Steel, just how well those fierce wills of yours hold up to my own.
Emperor Baldaar, why? Surely there is no need to fight any longer.
I do this precisely because there is a need. The peace of our world demands it.
Father, it is over! The Empire is...
Gerard, this is merely the beginning. Call this an empire though we may, in the end it comes down to the strength of one man. Bear witness to this truth now.
Is there no other way?
Relinquish your fears. Prove that you can bring me to my knees.
Promise me I'll keep cool.
Insufficient output. Warning. Energy levels low.
Doing all right there, princess?
If you wish to know, then work to best me here.
Warning. Energy levels low. Insufficient output.
Well done, princess. I see that I alone had no chance to be a match for you. Do you see now, Valanche? The princess, no, the people of this world are of strong roots indeed.
We didn't foresee the inhabitants of this world being so formidable. Even without Duma's abilities, we stood no chance.
Colonel Valanche!
The key is that Duma there. It's unlike any we've encountered, and far beyond our capabilities. We collected some valuable data. Where are you from, Duma?
Just what do you all know about Duma?
Scorpium. Engineered life forms.
Scorpium.
You are not familiar with them? They dwell amongst the stars. Wonderful beings capable of plucking all pain from this world and bringing about everlasting peace.
As long as humanoids exist as they are now, their desired utopia will never exist.
How simple. That's merely how you choose to see it, as an android from Verguld.
What are you inferring?
Perhaps it's best if you enlighten them yourself. Eh, Duma? Tell them your purpose and identity.
Correct. Scorpium is an integration of artificial and organic life. The name refers to our cybernetic collective, which exists to seek out further evolution as a novel life form. I am a probe, created to survey and assess the suitability of organic candidates for integration.
An integration of artificial and organic life? Is that possible?
Compensating the failings of flesh within organic matter? Such a lure is not unusual. I presume this Scorpium simply works on a much grander scale. Like Elena, it sounds as if their goal is to force evolution's hand through technology.
Incorrect. Our primary purpose for integrating cybernetic and organic life is a congruence that draws upon the strengths of both sides to the fullest. We do not seek evolution that extends along a course biased toward one side or the other.
So you aren't just cyborgs then?
No, the reverse, in fact. It is not so much making an organic base more cybernetic, but Scorpium is rather making certain aspects of a cybernetic base more organic.
Affirmative. The observations of the Arnold Robotics android are astute, as expected.
Wait, what? The base is cybernetic?
The end morphological faculties may appear as such. However, it is also conscious as a life form. In other words, major philosophical differences emerge when the concepts that form the basis of self-awareness are derived from either organic or cybernetic. These present some drastic differences in outlook.
I see. Your sense of self-consciousness as an artificial being has been of interest to me. Since Duma, or rather Scorpium, achieved such a state, they must now be seeking to further evolve themselves by integrating with humanoids.
Wait, hold up. I am completely lost here. These are some pretty tough concepts you're tossing around. So how is it that the Emperor is so familiar with this stuff that throws us spacemen for a loop?
Marielle, an unidentified vessel is approaching the Aster sector at high speed. ETA to the system is 36 hours.
What?
Our escort, no doubt. Balanche, Gaston.
Yes.
Colonel? Gaston? What is this?
Lola, thank you for all of your hard work. It was due to your efforts that we obtained such a marvelous specimen as the Emperor here. We are truly grateful.
What are you saying, Gaston? Do you mean to say you're going back to Scorpium?
Oh, come now, Lola. Surely you knew this from the beginning. Now, the Colonel and I must be going. We have to do our part to protect the Emperor.
Gerard, I leave this empire and world in your hands for the time being. Forge peace with Princess Laeticia. and wait patiently for the inevitable return of your lord.
Father! Wait! You think you can escape?
Please. I wouldn't try if I didn't think it possible.
What in...
Marielle calling the Akizuki. Send me the trace coordinates of the two who just vanished.
I'm sorry, but they've completely disappeared from sensors. We can't track them.
No. What now?
Another ship is approaching from the opposite direction. Looks like it should be here in 48 hours. I've identified the ship. It's the Aldous, a Vergoldian merchant vessel.
It's Antonio. Marielle, how about opening up a proxy channel with your ship?
Copy that. Marielle to the Akizuki. Please open a channel to the merchant vessel Aldous as soon as possible. Once the channel is open, patch it through to Captain Raymond's universal device. Understood. Whenever you're ready.
This is Antonio Lawrence, captain of the Vergoldian vessel, the Aldous. Who am I?
Antonio! It's me, Raymond!
Ray, is that really you? Why are you using a Federation frequency?
It's a long story, but I've teamed up with a Federation officer. There's a Federation ship in orbit around Aster 4, but they are not hostile. I need you to focus your attention on the unidentified ship coming in from your opposite direction. I'll be in touch again once things calm down. Over.
Wait, Ray! What nonsense are you talking about?
Now, I take it we don't have any leads on where the Emperor and his friends ran off to.
No, I'm afraid not.
In short, this means we've won?
It most certainly does not feel that way.
Guess I won't be seeing much more of Aster now that Antonio's almost here. Probably a good idea to tie up any loose ends before I head to the council chamber at the Basilica. Anyone home?
Hey there. Come again anytime.
Thanks.
Hey there. Come again anytime.
Thanks.
Hey there. Come again anytime.
Thanks. Hey, do you have a moment?
What's this about?
Well, I'm not sure now's the best time to bring this up, but, I got something important I want to ask you.
Oh? What is it? I'll answer as best as I can.
So, yeah, about when the Edis got shot down.
Oh, yes, that.
what do you think the chances are of getting some kind of, like, reimbursement or compensation for that?
Yes. I'm sure we could work something out. Though, it's a little difficult to judge at present, with me alone.
So, you're saying it's hard for you to push the decision through on your own, yeah?
Correct. I apologize. I promise I'll do everything I possibly can to help you, though. Is it alright if I get back to you a little later about this?
Sure, yeah, sorry, I wasn't trying to pressure you or anything. It all just comes down to, like, company accounting and spacecraft registration, so whether it's gonna get comped or not changes how we handle things. I'm just a little anxious is all. Again, so sorry.
No, I totally get it. The military has haphazardly destroyed your company's property. I won't disappoint you. I'll do all I can to negotiate federal compensation for you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Everyone's waiting in the council chamber behind the altar.
So Baldaar fled. I find it hard to believe.
But the reality is my father has abandoned the capital, and the powers of the throne have been transferred to me.
Then...
Neither I nor the citizens of the Empire ever wished for this war. If your kingdom were to offer peace, we would be most receptive.
Prince Gerard, after your good mother was sent to be wed, the kingdom and the Empire enjoyed amicable relations. I ask you now, Emperor Gerard, new sovereign of the Vale Empire, can there be peace between us again?
That is all I could ever ask.
Much quicker than expected. The unidentified vessel is apparently no less than 3 hours away from Astor 4's orbit.
And the Aldous?
They are 16 hours out.
Unfortunately, the unidentified vessel also possesses speed on par with the Astoria. Depending on what they want, it may be dangerous to take our time here.
I was hoping we would have had a bit more time.
What do we do about Lola?
Even if we apprehend her and take her with us, our own violations of military law rule out the prospect of a proper investigation. The Akizuki's purpose is to rescue the crew of the Aegis. I'd prefer to postpone the arrest of any Virian deserters until we're properly prepared. Laeticia, can you keep an eye on Lola in the meantime?
Yes. There are a great many things we wish to ask her as well.
Great, thank you. On behalf of the Federation, I sincerely apologize for this inconvenience.
Oh, nice gesture. If only I could stick around a little longer, I could gather some intel from her, and take it back to Vergold as a nice souvenir. Sorry for rushing off like this.
If you cannot take me with you, then perhaps I can ask that you not leave.
It'd be hard to refuse if you did.
Forgive me. I did not intend to impose upon you. And yet... Must you leave so abruptly? We have yet to even thank you.
You saved my life. Took me in and helped me to survive on this world. Rescued my friends as well. It wouldn't be fair of me to ask you for anything else.
You have made the princess cry.
A man who brings a woman to tears is a vile man indeed.
So you're leaving?
Yes. Remaining on this world any longer will do nothing more than cause harm.
I am hoping this is not farewell forever.
No, we Vergoldians aren't bound by Federation laws. If I start missing you guys, I can come whenever I want. And if you call, I'll come running.
Do not think of staying away too long. I dislike leaving my debts unpaid. Indeed, I formally command you to visit us again. I dare say your name shall never be forgotten in the kingdom of Osirius.
Marielle to Akizuki. Requesting transport.
Ray,
No better hands for this nation to be in than yours.
Farewell, Ray.
Goodbye, Laeticia.
Deck 1. Bridge. Hey guys, I'm back.
Everyone?
Well, there were a few crazy enough to join me in stealing a ship from a base.
When you put it like that, it feels like a lot.
Let me introduce everyone. This is Sayuri, handling the helm, communications, and analysis.
Pleased to meet you all.
You have a single officer in charge of 3 stations?
And here we have Pike. He's in charge of weapons, and defense systems, and transfers, and deflectors.
Pleasure.
Wow.
Nah, this is a merchant ship, so I don't actually do all of that at once.
And finally there's Kasim, who has engineering all to himself. Kasim?
Hi there.
One person in engineering?
Oh, and I'm the provisional captain. The 4 of us are the crew of the Federation merchant vessel GFSS 12193, the Akizuki. So everyone, meet Captain Raymond of the merchant vessel Edis and his officers Elena and Chloe. Our first order of business will be leaving the Aster system and getting you all to the Aldous. Given the extraordinary circumstances and the fact that an unidentified ship is approaching, I'd like to ask for your help. Is it all right if you assume some of Sayuri and Pike's stations? Captain Raymond, what does that console on the captain's chair tell you?
You sure you should be showing me this? All I can say is it's not much different from the merchant ships I know.
Then why don't you try sitting there?
Whoa, enough with the crazy talk.
Look, you're the only one present with actual experience as a captain.
I thought you were in the military! And I'm sure your crew might have some objections to taking orders from a non-Federation civilian.
Oh no, not at all. On the contrary, it'd be very reassuring.
The long and short of it is, the Akizuki is the first ship we've ever operated completely by ourselves.
What now?
I'm impressed you were able to steal a ship in the first place.
I'm ashamed to admit it, but the truth is, we're in a little over our heads here. Can we lean upon those amazing skills that allowed your crew to escape the Astoria's attack alive?
Oh man, I am never gonna hear the end of this if Dad finds out. All right. First Officer Marielle, let's contact the Aldous before we depart.
Understood, Captain. Chloe?
Roger that. I'll open a channel with the Aldous in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Aldous, this is Communications Officer Chloe Canaris aboard the Federation merchant vessel Akizuki.
Chloe? Chloe, is that you? You're on a Federation ship?
It's been a while, Antonio. Ray and Elena are here too. The Federation Akizuki and her crew are on our side and are lending us their support. Isn't that right, Ray?
Yeah, this is Captain Raymond of the merchant vessel Akizuki. Yeah, we're all safe here, Antonio.
I have no idea what the hell's going on, but I'm glad to hear you're all in one piece. We were able to recover the entire crew of the Aegis. They're on their way back to Vergold.
Oh, I'm so happy to hear that.
Thank you, Antonio. Hold position in your current sector. We're gonna start heading your way. We have an unidentified vessel approaching the Aster system. And we don't want to have contact with other ships right now, for various reasons.
Yeah, then I don't recommend coming this way. It's crawling with Federation vessels. Vergoldian Interstellar sent out a warning.
Son of a... What do we do?
We have no choice. Captain Antonio, I'm Marielle L. Kenny, First Officer of the Akizuki.
Kenny? Now you're shitting me.
The unidentified vessel's ETA in this sector is approximately 2 hours. For Raymond and the others, I ask that you do everything you can to reach us at maximum speed.
Understood, Lieutenant Kenny. We'll rush over there, scramble warp 11. No, make that point 12. See you in a bit, Ray. Over.
It will take them 10 hours to reach us. What shall we do, Captain?
We play it by the book for now. Let's try to hail this unknown ship.
Is that wise?
It's necessary if they're not sending out an ID signal. And we'll be showing them that we intend to follow the rules of interstellar travel. Sayuri.
Understood. I'll try a long-distance hail via subspace communication. There's no response. I'm still not picking up an ID signal either.
Shy, are we? What's the combat loadout on this vessel?
Well, we have 4 phase cannons, 3 layers of shields, no cloaking system, and a subspace warp engine.
Let's pray they aren't hostile then. We'll play it by ear until they're 30 minutes away.
Why not get some rest in the meantime? We have cabins for you on Deck 3. I'll contact you if something changes.
You sure?
I will stay here to support the others. You, go get some rest.
All right then. I will gladly take you up on the generous offer. Wouldn't hurt to take a look around the ship, I guess. Wonder if Chloe's in her room.